the Crane Room for your lunch and dinner rendezvous. You'll enjoy their pleasant atmosphere. The Crane Room takes pride in their wide variety menu. Appetizers, sandwiches, soups, salads, entrees, pasta, and the best burgers in town. Newcastle's best selection of domestic, import, and craft beers from around the world, and the Crane Room features a 35-tap draft system. Ask about their daily specials that will please you every time. The Crane Room is located at 3009 Wilmington Road in Neshannock Township. Call 724-656-1553.
Joshua Son Rehabilitation Center. From the moment you arrive, you know that you're in the right place. Dr. John Wrightson listens first. He pays attention to detail and then makes the determination. Joshua Son Rehabilitation. We make the pain go away.
Everyone goes to Pizza Joe's, and you've heard that friendly slogan for many years, and it's just as true today as it was when you first heard it. Watch the game right here on NCTV45 and then head over to Pizza Joe's. Pizza Joe's provided a grant for this podcast. Yeah, they have many great locations: State Street, Highland Avenue, Croton, and Shenango. It's your local pizza place. Everyone goes to Pizza Joe's. We have a great relationship with Main Street Clothiers and Custom Tailors in downtown Newcastle at 210 East Washington Street. And whenever you watch Focus NC, my wardrobe is furnished by Main Street Clothiers and Custom Tailors. Magisterial District Judge Melissa A. Amoti announces her candidacy for Judge of the Court of Common Pleas for the 53rd Judicial District. A lifelong resident of Lawrence County with 15 years of judicial experience, Judge Amoti is the only candidate with judicial experience running for this position. Because of her experience, Judge Amoti has a unique understanding of the issues and concerns of families, schools, and businesses throughout our county. Judge Amoti is a proud graduate of Newcastle High School. She attended the University of Pittsburgh, graduating cum laude, and obtained her law degree from Duquesne University School of Law. She passed the bar in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Judge Amoti respectfully asks for your vote for Judge of the Court of Common Pleas in the May 2015 primary election. She hopes to be a candidate on the Republican and Democratic ticket. The only judge running for judge. Paid for by the committee to elect Amoti for judge.
Don't lie around like the winter snow.
Bring it to NCTV45.
Hi, how you doing? I'm Norm from Krazy Car Restoration, and I'm here to give you a little update on what we're doing with the 1980 Trans Am build that we're doing on NCTV45. Basically, we are building this car, and we are going to donate its proceeds, whether we sell it at a car show in downtown Newcastle or we take it to the auction and sell it, to the Lawrence County Drug Task Force to fight drugs in our area. Okay? Lawrence County and surrounding areas. Wherever it can be dealt with, that's what we want to do right now. We have a lot of people involved with this. When I brought up the idea of doing this, so many people just jumped on board with it, and they thought it was a great idea. Unfortunately, this drug problem that we have in Lawrence County didn't get here overnight. It slowly progressed, and the reason it got this bad is because most people just turned their backs and said they didn't want to get involved. The car cruise that we're going to have in downtown Newcastle is going to be called Krazy Car Come Together Cruise. And basically is all the businesses in Lawrence County coming together to build this car and sell it so we can have more money to fight the problem that we have at hand. Okay, at this point right now, I mean, if anybody wants to ever get involved with it, all they got to do is just call us down here at Lutton Auto Repair and Krazy Car Restoration, and we'll be more than happy to put you on board. I'd like to take time to thank everybody that has helped out so far, and I know there's going to be more people that's wanting to help out because I get phone calls every day. The thing is, maybe someday we can leave our doors unlocked again without fearing somebody crashing through it to try to rob us, to get money for drugs. The sooner we get these drugs off the street, the better off we're going to be. I got to give credit to Josh Lamacusa, District Attorney, and Bobby Salem, the Mayor, and City Council. They've all been working all together to try to get this problem solved, but unfortunately they can't do it all by themselves. One person can't do it by themselves, one little organization. Everybody's got to come together and fight this problem together. And they've been doing everything in their power, putting ads in the paper, everything else to try to get participation, everybody to help. Well, this is another way to bring awareness to it. And I hope by me filling you in on what we're doing with this build and what we're doing with this car, everybody understands this is all a non-profit deal. And whatever everybody does, they're doing it because they want to do it, not because they have to do it or anything like that. The thing is, they're doing something to fight the drug problem in Lawrence County and the surrounding areas. And if you can help out, that'd be more than happy. But at this point right now, we're going to continue building this, and we're going to have a car show in downtown Newcastle the first of summer, and I hope you can attend. Thank you very much.
The Beanery Depot and Deli. Coffee, made-to-order subs, snacks, and more. Meatball sandwiches, fresh and hot. Pepperoni rolls, fish sandwiches, chicken, milkshakes. The Beanery Deli. When you're hungry for something special, and it won't cost you a lot of beans. Let's talk with Norm.
We're with
Norm Lutton.
Norm. You're the owner of Krazy Car Restoration. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it's a new company we're opening up. Originally, we was Lutton Auto Repair, and we're adding on a little bit. And we're trying to bring out some custom cars for people somewhere in between the $5,000 and $20,000 range, what people can actually afford today. Anymore, you know, all these cars are so expensive. We're just trying to make ends meet for other people.
That sounds great now.
But I've been fixing cars for over 35 years.
That's great.
So when you have a repair, big or small, call Norm.
Well, we got the starter out of this, and actually it doesn't look too old, but we're still going to go through it and make sure everything's fine with it. And if you'll notice here, there's these shims here. And these shims, they go up underneath the starters, and they shim it away from the flywheel to make sure that the teeth on the starter itself, let's see if we can get a good picture of that. Okay. On the starter gear itself, the teeth, okay, don't cut into the flywheel too much. It shims it away from it. If it's grinding a little bit, you put them in there, and it usually takes care of that problem. Okay, I've taken the bolts out of the back side of this drive shaft. Okay, here's the brackets that hold them on there. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take these all on and remove the drive shaft. A lot of times what you have to do is you have to get a pry bar and go in here and pop it out. It comes out nice and easy usually. If not, then just tap it with a hammer. Pull it right out of the tail shaft of the transmission. Set her down. Now, a lot of people don't understand the difference between a posi track and just a regular single axle. Now, if you take the center yoke of the differential and you turn it, and both wheels turn, okay, the same direction. If you take note, they're both turning the same direction. That's a posi track. Turn it back the other way, they'll go the same way. That's how a posi track works. It has clutches inside. If I remember correctly, I believe this rear end's a 308 rear end in here. It came factory with this in. So this made this car grip the road pretty well. When you took off with it, it bit in real nice. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and put it all back together original. I feel a little bit of backlash in this. Okay, not a whole lot, but just a little bit. So that's telling me that we should do something inside there, maybe new bearings, or maybe even a new ring and pinion. We won't know until we open it up. But I did find some mud daubers, old wasps that build nests in here. It's all up underneath this car. That just goes to show just how long this car sat around. Okay, we're at the back of the car here. We're going to go ahead and remove the gas tank now. Okay. Actually, there's a couple lines up on the side here and one line on this side that had to come off. There was rubber hoses. It wasn't very hard to take off. And we also have our wiring harness right here. And this goes to the gas tank fuel sending unit. Okay. This here is the main feed wire, and this here is the ground wire. Unlike the cars that we drive today, the fuel pumps are in the gas tank. This particular model does not have that in there. But it does have two straps holding it up, and it's got two 1/2-inch bolts that we need to take out to loosen the straps. And we'll use the tranny jack here to lower the gas tank out of the vehicle. It shouldn't be too much trouble to get it out, so let's give it a shot here. There's one out. We just bend these down a little bit like such. Okay. Go up here, get the other one. And if you take note, right up in here, if you see this like brown stuff right there, that's some more of them mud daubers there, them wasps build nests out of mud. This whole underneath of the vehicle has them in here. Boy, they was having a field day here. They built a nice little kingdom under here. Okay, here we go. I think we got about 1/4 of a tank of gas in this. Okay, that's all loose now. Held in by just some 1/2-inch bolts, about maybe 2 inches long. We'll bend that down like that, out of the way. Then we'll go ahead to proceed to lower it. Let me take the gas cap off too. The reason I'm taking it off is because it's a little bit bulky and the hole it's coming through up there ain't all that big. Comes. Okay, grab hold of the stem up here. Take your time, and it'll come down nice and gently there. Okay, I don't believe there's anything else holding it there. Now the gasoline was sloshed around a little bit. I want to go back and forth on you. Don't let that happen. Here's your lines here. Coming out. Okay, got her out there. So what we'll do is we'll bring the cart over this way and we'll slide her right on top of the cart. Okay. That's all there is to it. And there's the straps. We'll go ahead and we'll remove these straps. We'll get them all cleaned up, inspect them, make sure they're good enough to put back on the car. And now, if we take a look here, we can look up underneath the car a little bit. Hit the light. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of them mud daubers up in there. Back in the day, they made themselves a nice old home up in here. And if you look at the trunk and that in this car's really clean underneath. I mean, we got a little bit here on the back side here, but nothing really all that bad. It's mostly the undercoating coming off. And of course, there's some more of them mud daubers. Well, it won't take much to clean all this up. Replace them shocks, we'll rebuild this rear end. There's a tag, okay, that's on the rear end. And what it is it's a posi track tag. It tells you to use special fluid in it. Well, like I said, it's all in pretty good shape here, so there's the lines that I had to remove on that side. And here's the lines on the passenger side that I had to remove. Didn't take much effort. Okay, move on to something else now. All right, here's the gas tank. It's completely out of the vehicle. Here's a couple of the lines there on the side like I showed you earlier. Some more of them mud daubers. Oh my God, they're all through this thing. Well, I'll tell you what, I would hate to open the trunk up on this car one day. Oh, they'd probably swarm out on you like there's no tomorrow. Yep, everywhere there's one. I got most of it off, all them off, so I'm going to go ahead and blow this all off. Okay, now that I got this all blown off, okay, this here is what we call a gas tank sending unit. There's two wires to it, okay. One is a hot wire for it and one's a ground wire. This goes to the body and grounds out. And what this does is it registers your fuel level inside the tank. And on top of that there, you have a breather hose and you have a suction hose. Okay, the suction hose, the fuel pump takes it, sucks it out of the tank and pumps it up into the carburetor, where the carburetor distributes the fuel throughout the engine, through the intake and that. We'll get into that a little later as we start rebuilding. If we look at these lines, they are a little bad. And probably what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and either find another brand new gas tank unit to put in this, or I'm going to blast these lines and make them like brand new. And if they turn out real nice, I'll go ahead and use them. If they don't, then what we're going to go ahead and do is I'll fabricate some new ones. And if you take note here, this here is an old piece of, it's like a tar paper or something. Okay, it's where the tank rests up against the body of the car. And the movement of the tank and the flex of the body, what it does is it keeps it from rubbing a hole into the metal of the tank. So, and normally there's one on the strap on the bottom, I didn't look at that yet to see, but sometimes they used it, sometimes they didn't. Okay, on this particular tank here, if you'll notice, okay, it's got the hole in there for the unleaded fuel. This car was an unleaded fuel car. Nobody has ever punched that out. So that, you know, that tells you that they never ran regular fuel in this at all back in the day. Somebody actually did what the manufacturer suggested. Okay, well, we'll get to work on this tank here and we'll show you what it looks like after we're completely done with it.
They look like you should be able to find them in a lot of the bigger, more expensive department stores.
Our scarves, our shrugs, and our Say No More shirts are exclusive to Inspire Tees. We want to give you apparel that is pretty, sexy, flirty, and makes you look like the woman you are meant to be.
Hi friends, I'm Gary West, and whether you find Augustine's Pizza at your local grocery store or at their restaurant in Newcastle, the folks at Augustine's Pizza hope that their pizza is always your first choice for any and all occasions. It's the China Banquet in Newcastle for a tempting, mouth-watering buffet that you'll enjoy every time. China Banquet is open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call for takeout or eat in their pleasant surroundings. China Banquet is located at 102 North Jefferson Street in Newcastle. Call 724-658-7777. That's 724-658-7777.
The Globe Leader, your hometown newspaper since 1880. Go to nwglobe.com to read fascinating articles. If you know someone who would enjoy this amazing publication as much as you do, why not give them a gift subscription? I'm excited about getting this into the homes of as many people as possible. Please send their email address and we'll do the rest. Call 724-946-8098. That's the Globe Leader, your hometown newspaper since 1880.
Don't lie around like the winter snow.
Bring in the NCTV45.